Agi from the Station of Creation. I know so many of you are new around here. If you don't know, I'm kind of in the Station of Creation right now. To clarify, I don't live here. I just work here in the mornings and in the afternoons. It's just like the office area. Although I do sometimes pass out here though. But here in Bali, overlooking the classic rice fields, which they have picked the rice and now they're going to be burning that soon, which is when I need to be leaving the office because I saw them here earlier. But I want in these next couple of videos, I've asked you guys to ask your questions, and I would make videos on the questions you've asked because I'm in a really creative state. So today, the question that people have asked me is how to meet people when you're in Bali. Now, this is more for Westerns who are coming here, telling you guys more so how to meet people, but this applies for my Indonesian people out there in Balinese who just want to meet other people as well. These rules apply for everyone trying to meet anyone all the time. And this is through my perspective, which I feel like I have to give because people always think that, well, Luke, that day doesn't work for me. Well, these are the ways that work for me, and I hope they help you all for when you come to Bali. But literally, you can use this strategy anywhere, and you'll meet people everywhere. Now, one thing that, well, first of all, two things. First thing is it's the middle of the day here, and I should have filmed this video earlier today because it is super hot, and I'm on a side street, so everyone's saying, hey, wear a mask. I'm on like a little back street where no one ever is, and it's super hot, so I'll try to get this video filmed as quickly as I can because it's like breathing hot air. But the first way I'd say to meet people, first of all, I think the power is always in your questions that you ask. It's not about what you say. There's power in questions. So how do I meet people in Bali? Or I'm coming to Bali. This is what a lot of people say. I'm coming to Bali. How do I meet people? I think you need to reframe your question to say, why are you waiting until you come to Bali to meet people? That's what I say. I mean, you guys can go through the comments on this video and you'll see there's plenty of people down here that are already coming to Bali or live here in Bali. Reach out to them. I mean, we live in this, actually, let me get out of the sun. Like, we live in this world right now where it is easy to reach people. So for me, when I was trying to meet people, and first of all, someone like me, I say hello to everyone all the time. So it's never really a problem for me. But the people who I talk to, and sometimes I give like advice on how to do it, is before you come to Bali, reach out to people who are here. But Luke, how do I do that? How do I know how to reach them? Go on Instagram, type in the hashtag Bali, and send messages to those people. Ask them questions, they'll respond back. As many of you guys know, you guys send me almost more messages than I can respond to, which is why, if you don't know, I've been doing the one-on-one Zoom calls with you guys who were serious about it, who sent me emails. We've talked already. That's $111 for the 1 hour Zoom calls. Hello, brother. Hello. Bakabar. Bagus. Make video. And I've been doing those Zoom calls. If you're interested, drop me an email. We can get a call in. But one thing that I'm telling you guys is just reach out to people. Like, I'm pretty busy, but there's plenty of people here who I know who would love to have someone reach out to them where they could answer questions or anything like that. So use social media, hashtag Bali, or any of these Bali pages and follow people. And start to write them. That's one of the easiest ways to reach out to people that I've found. The second way is groups. You're gonna realize when you come to Bali, there are so many groups. I think I'm honestly a part of or I was, not now, but I was part of maybe 5 or 6 different WhatsApp groups. Because when you're out here, there's so many groups for everything, from people being Russian in Bali, to being black in Bali, to nomads in Bali, to women in Bali. There are all these groups, and these groups are private groups on WhatsApp. But once you're here, when you're going around and you're talking to people, you'll meet people who can put you in the groups. So the best way to do that, and I tell people, is first of all, say hello to people. Like, the top places to meet people in Bali, I think there's 2. I think number 1 is cafes, because everyone's in cafes because it is so hot outside. And the second place that people go to meet people is at the beach. I think I had a thing every day before when I was living in Canggu, was every day I'd meet people at the beach. Just say hello. Because what you don't understand is so many of you guys are coming to Bali and you're like, Luke, I'm coming alone. I don't know anyone. I think that's true for about 80% of the people who are here. 80% of the people who are here came here alone and they didn't know anyone. And then they met people here. And this has been one of the main things I think people need to realize, because we feel like, no, everyone has friends, everyone has groups. We're all so much the same here. Almost everyone left their life, sold their stuff, or maybe didn't sell their stuff, but they came out here to start like a life, I call it like self-discovery, because Bali, it's not for everyone. Bali, I always say, and people have told me this, is when you're ready for Bali, it just accepts you, pulls you in, the magic of it. And if you're not ready for Bali, it spits you out. And that's why you'll hear mixed reviews of people. But I think when you come here, you'll find that there's so many people who are very similar. People who kind of left their families and came here, started a new life, started new families. And for that reason, you have something in common. And anytime you have something in common with people, that's the thing that really kind of bonds you guys together, because you basically have very similar needs with other people. So when you come here, if you're alone, and I've gotten a lot of messages from females asking me, hey, I'm coming there as a solo female traveler, is going to be safe? Absolutely. I might make a video that's later. I got to talk to talk to some of my female solo travelers. And what happens is, because of that, you come here and you meet people and they're just the same as you. They didn't know anyone coming here. I knew Russell when I came here, and that's it. But if everyone's that same way, everyone asks, what do you do here? How long have you been here? And it's a really quick reaction to people here, because I feel like it's almost like the people here, you earn your keep to come here. Everyone had to sacrifice something to come to Bali. Everyone, whether it was their life they had before or whatever it is, everyone had to, it was a big jump to come here. Although people do look at Bali as a paradise, and 100% it is, most of the people that come here and that stay here and live here, there was a certain kind of nervousness, scariness that came with it. Because coming here to travel on vacation for a few days is not the same as coming to live here. So there's no worries. People are so much more friendly here as well. If you guys watched the video, I made a video a while back about talking about how a lot of times the people everyone's so grateful and everyone's so happy here. And people are so nice on my street. I know, like all the street almost. But one thing I had talked about was how people were so grateful here. The locals, there's so much gratitude for everything. And that wears off on the people who actually come here. Like, you'll realize when you come here, the energy of Bali, you feel more chill, you feel more relaxed, you feel more, I don't know, there's a certain like peace, and just like the easiest way that I explain it is like you can just breathe. It's just easier to breathe when you're here in Bali. So when it comes to meeting people, that wall that you might have in Western society, like or the coldness that you might have from the country where you're from, I don't know if the people are friendly where you are, but when you come here, you notice, whoa, first of all, the wind feels amazing. Second of all, you'll notice that everyone's just a little bit more friendly. Everyone in Bali is just a little bit more happy. And that makes it so much easier to meet people when people are in that state. And probably the last and final way that I say you guys can meet people when you're here, which of course I always say just say hello to everyone, that's like that's what I do, is to join the groups. There's so many Facebook groups, there's so many, any kind of group you can think of. There's at least 4 or 5 Canggu nomad groups. There's a Canggu nomad girls group. There's so many things, and that's really heavily utilized here. And from those groups, they can put you in WhatsApp groups with hundreds of people, and you'll feel so connected to here. And the one thing that I will say about the groups that are here in Bali is that when you're in these groups, what happens is people post things. So all of you guys who have questions about stuff, like I was in some groups where people will post, hey, I need a doctor. Anyone have any good doctors? And in this WhatsApp group, within a second, or probably 5 minutes, you have about 4 or 5 people who have been to these places, checked it out. Like someone posted in the group about they wanted to find a place to get a new iPhone, and they had everyone post in there where they got the deals, how they got it. And that's huge, because you don't feel alone. I think that's one of the scariest things that I feel that people feel when you come here, if you guys are moving to Bali, is that you're gonna be alone. And I will tell you, well, first of all, I think Bali's the perfect place to find yourself, so you don't ever feel alone regardless of who's with you and who's around you, because you always feel like you're enough just by yourself. But that's if you guys want my coaching, you guys can sign up down below. Still have spots available for December. But overall, first of all, it's hot out here. But overall, when you come here, the people are just different. The people who come here are different, and more importantly, the people who stay here are different. So when you come to Bali, reach out to people before you come. Join the WhatsApp groups, which most people will put you in, and you can even ask people, do you know any WhatsApp groups? Third, go on Facebook, join the groups for each city has their own. Ubud has their own Facebook group for housing, for all this kind of stuff, and just enjoy yourself. Like, at the end of the day, guys, you'll be good. You'll come here, you'll figure it out. Like, this is the one thing you have to trust. You're gonna be okay no matter what happens. And this is the main thing I can share with you guys. But on that note, it is like super hot outside. I'm about to call it a day. I'm about to call it a day, go inside. But I hope this video helps you out to meet some people. And as I always tell people, the most powerful thing that I've ever learned when it comes to meeting people, I had been living in Australia. I was so nervous to go and talk to people when we went out to this nightclub. It was the first time I went there. Everyone's staring at me. I didn't know what to do. This is young Luke. This is like 23-year-old version of me. And I saw this one guy who had been playing there for 10 years. He was a pro. Everyone knew him. And I went up to him. I was like, bro, what do you say to talk to these people? He's like, bro, he's like, in all my years overseas, living in different countries, he's like, it's very simple. He's like, just say hello. And that would be the 3 lessons, that would be the 3 words that I tell you guys to meet anyone, anywhere, at any time. All the best interactions, the best friendships that I have, the best companionships, the best, any kind of relationship that I have with people, 99% of them started with a hello. All of them start the same. So if you know that, then if I want to start something good, then I'm going to say hello. So when you come here, say hello to the people. Say hello to them in social media. Say hello to people in the comments here. And that's been my secret to meeting people, and that's what I love to do. And that's what I love to do. That's the easiest way to say it. I love meeting people, so I say hello to everyone all the time. If you guys have seen me out, then I probably said hello to you. But on that note, it is super windy. I hope you guys can still hear me, but I'm gonna go eat, relax, enjoy the day. But I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you guys for being here. Everyone new around here, you're always welcome here. And I thank you so much for being here. And when you come here, be ready for the heat because it is hot. But thank you guys for everything, the support, the messages, the comments, and I'll speak to you guys all later. And everyone always remember, oh, and by the way, if you guys would like to support me, support my channel, which means a lot to me, and I appreciate everyone that does it, that's linked below as well. I'd really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And on that note, I'll speak to you guys later. And in the meantime, everyone always remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao.